Trans and gender nonconforming figures in early entertainment history. While no golden age stars, roughly 1920s, 1960s, have been credibly revealed to have transitioned or lived as a different gender than assigned at birth without public knowledge, there are fascinating and important figures from that era and slightly beyond who challenged gender norms, often at great personal risk. Billy Tipton, 1914 to 1989, was an American jazz pianist and bandleader who lived most of his adult life as a man, despite being assigned female at birth. Tipton began his music career in the 1930s, and by the 1940s, he was performing and living publicly as male, a decision likely influenced by both his gender identity and the limitations placed on women in jazz at the time. He found regional success, leading the Billy Tipton Trio and recording several albums. Remarkably, Tipton's transgender identity remained undisclosed throughout his life, even to his adopted children and romantic partners. It was only discovered after his death in 1989, sparking national headlines and widespread misunderstanding. Many media outlets sensationalized the story, framing it as deception. Today, however, Tipton is recognized by many as a pioneering transmasculine figure, whose life highlights both the personal costs of secrecy and the resilience required to live authentically in an unaccepting era. His legacy has since been revisited in books, documentaries, and even operas, reframing him as an important figure in both music and LGBTQ+ history. Christine Jorgensen, 1926 to 1989, was an American actress, singer, and trans advocate who became one of the first people in the United States to gain widespread attention for undergoing gender confirmation surgery. Born George Jorgensen in the Bronx, New York, she traveled to Denmark in the early 1950s, where she underwent a series of surgeries and hormone treatments to transition. Upon her return to the U.S. in 1953, Christine was thrust into the spotlight when her story hit the front page of the New York Daily News with the headline, "XGI Becomes Blonde Beauty." Jorgensen handled the media frenzy with grace and intelligence, quickly becoming a national figure. Though not part of Hollywood's traditional Golden Age elite, she used her fame to build a career in entertainment and public speaking, advocating for greater understanding of transgender people at a time when such visibility was rare. Her poise and wit helped challenge stereotypes and opened up dialogue about gender identity. Today, Christine Jorgensen is remembered as a pioneering figure in transgender history and a trailblazer in the ongoing fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Jack B. Garland, 1869 to 1936, was an American writer, journalist, and adventurer who lived much of his adult life as a man, despite being assigned female at birth. Born in San Francisco as Elvira Virginia Mugarieta, Garland began presenting as male in the 1890s under various names, including B.B. Beam and later Jack B. Garland. He wrote for newspapers and magazines, often drawing from personal experiences, including traveling with the U.S. Army during the Philippine-American War, where he served unofficially in a medical capacity. Garland lived during a time when gender nonconformity was not publicly understood or accepted, and his identity was often questioned or concealed. Despite societal limitations, he managed to live authentically and gain respect in literary and social circles. His life defied the gender norms of his era and has been re-examined by modern scholars as an example of early transgender or gender nonconforming existence. Garland's story provides important insight into how individuals navigated gender identity long before the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement, and he is now recognized as a pioneering figure in queer and trans history. Greta Garbo was a legendary Hollywood actress renowned for her captivating screen presence and androgynous beauty. She often portrayed strong, independent women in roles that defied traditional feminine norms. Garbo's striking features and mysterious persona led to widespread speculation about her sexuality and gender identity, particularly due to her preference for privacy and her rejection of typical Hollywood glamour. Her ambiguous persona on and off-screen helped redefine femininity in an era that expected actresses to embody traditional ideals of womanhood. Garbo's ability to blend both masculine and feminine qualities in her roles challenged societal norms and left an indelible mark on Hollywood's portrayal of women. Her iconic performances in films like Camille, 1936, and Ninotchka, 1939, showcased her versatility, while her reluctance to discuss her private life fueled public curiosity about her gender and personal identity. Though never openly identifying as anything other than female, Garbo's legacy endures as a trailblazer for complex representations of femininity and gender in film. Marlene Dietrich was a German-American actress and singer, celebrated for her bold androgynous style, both on and off screen. Renowned for defying traditional gender norms, she famously wore trousers and suits in her films, which was shocking for the time. Her portrayal of strong, independent women in films like Morocco, 1930, and Shanghai Express, 1932, blurred the lines between masculinity and femininity, challenging Hollywood's expectations of women. Off-screen, Dietrich's gender fluidity extended to her personal life, with rumors of her bisexuality and relationships with both men and women. She rejected the traditional image of womanhood, embracing an androgynous, self-empowered persona that transcended Hollywood's conventional gender roles. Dietrich also made waves during World War II by entertaining troops, notably in uniform, further cementing her status as a gender icon. Her legacy as an icon of gender defiance has remained influential, with her fashion choices and fearless expression of sexuality continuing to inspire future generations of artists and LGBTQ+ figures. Clive Barker is a British author, director, and visual artist, renowned for challenging gender and sexual norms in his works. Although not part of Hollywood's golden age, Barker's contributions to literature and film have had a profound impact on genre fiction and the broader entertainment landscape. Known for works like Hellraiser, 1986, and The Hellbound Heart, 1986, Barker's narratives often explore themes of fluid identity, sexuality, and human transformation, pushing the boundaries of horror and fantasy. Barker's stories feature characters who defy traditional gender roles and explore non-binary identities, challenging societal expectations. His works often portray a spectrum of desires, identities, and body transformations that are unconventional for mainstream media. Through his writing and films, Barker creates space for characters and experiences that transcend rigid labels. As a public figure, Barker is openly gay, and his work frequently incorporates queer themes and characters. His influence extends beyond horror and fantasy, with his exploration of identity helping to expand the conversation around gender and sexuality in both mainstream and speculative fiction. Julie Andrews is renowned for her iconic roles in films like Mary Poppins, 1964, and The Sound of Music, 1965, where she portrayed strong, wholesome female characters. However, her versatility as an actress went beyond traditional gender norms. One of her most groundbreaking performances came in Victor/Victoria, 1982, where she played Victoria Grant, a woman pretending to be a man impersonating a woman in a musical revue. This role allowed Andrews to explore the fluidity of gender identity, challenging societal expectations in a mainstream film. Andrews' performance in Victor/Victoria was revolutionary for its time, as it delved into themes of gender roles, deception, and identity in a comedic yet thoughtful way. The film earned her an Academy Award nomination, further cementing her status as an actress willing to take risks and defy norms. While Andrews is best known for her wholesome image, her work in Victor/Victoria remains a significant part of her career, demonstrating her willingness to engage with complex and non-traditional gender dynamics in Hollywood. Toni Morrison was an American novelist, essayist, and editor who revolutionized literature with her powerful narratives about race, identity, and gender. While her work primarily focuses on African American experiences, Morrison also broke gender expectations by offering nuanced portrayals of womanhood that defied stereotypical roles. Her characters, particularly women, are complex, multidimensional, and often challenge the social and cultural norms of their time. Morrison's writing subverts traditional gender roles, giving voice to Black women who navigate intersecting challenges of race, identity, and oppression. In novels like Beloved, 1987, The Bluest Eye, 1970, and Sula, 1973, she explores themes of motherhood, sexuality, and personal agency, while highlighting the ways societal structures shape women's experiences. Her characters often defy conventional expectations, providing new representations of womanhood and gender that were rare in literature at the time. Morrison's impact goes beyond the page. Her work opened up important discussions about gender, race, and identity, and continues to inspire generations of readers and writers to think critically about the world around them. Billy Wilder was a renowned film director known for his sharp wit and ability to explore complex societal issues through humor and drama. One of his most groundbreaking works, Some Like It Hot, 1959, is a comedy that delves into gender roles and cross-dressing. The film follows two male musicians, played by Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, who disguise themselves as women to escape the mafia, leading to comedic and insightful situations about identity and disguise. Although the characters in Some Like It Hot are not transgender, the film challenged traditional gender norms by portraying male characters in female clothing, touching on themes of gender fluidity, identity, and societal expectations. The film's success in mixing comedy with social commentary made it iconic, and it remains a significant part of Hollywood history for its playful yet profound exploration of gender. Wilder's work, particularly in Some Like It Hot, opened the door for future films to explore gender identity and expression in new and creative ways, further cementing his influence on the evolving discourse of gender in cinema. Bessie Smith, 1894–1937, an iconic blues singer, Smith was not only groundbreaking in her music but also defied gender norms in her personal life. Known for her boldness and androgynous style, she was rumored to have relationships with both men and women, leading to her legacy as an LGBTQ+ icon. Divine, 1945–1988, Divine, born Harris Glenn Milstead, was a drag queen and actor famous for working with filmmaker John Waters. While Divine's work was far from typical in Hollywood, he became a cultural icon, pushing boundaries with gender expression in films like Pink Flamingos and Hairspray. Though not trans, Divine's career challenged traditional gender expectations and expanded the conversation about identity. These figures either directly or indirectly influenced ideas surrounding gender in the entertainment world, often challenging societal expectations and breaking barriers.